So we shall begin with the plant tissue now, which is broadly categorized into meristematic tissue and permanent tissue. So let's see one flowchart which will make it more clear that plant tissues are further divided into meristematic tissue, which is further has apical meristem, lateral meristem. Another one is permanent tissue, which has simple permanent tissue, which again includes parenchyma, collenchyma, sclerenchyma, and complex permanent tissue, which includes xylem and phloem. So if you see about the meristematic tissue, they are made up of small, thin-walled cells which may be spherical, oval or polygonal. They have a large nucleus, dense cytoplasm or no or very few vacuoles. Cells are continuously dividing. So here if you see that I said there are no or very few vacuoles. This point is related to the next point, which says that these cells are continuously dividing. Children, keep on thinking why these 2 points are correlated. I'll get back to you with the answer, but just try to find out that the cells are continuously dividing and they have very few vacuoles. How these 2 points are related? At last, all tissues arises from meristematic tissues, because of course only meristematic cells are continuously dividing cells. So large number of cell multiplication is taking place over there. So that means newly made cells, they undergo certain processing which helps to make new tissues in a plant body. Hence, meristematic tissues are responsible for growth of plant. So here, if we see the types of meristematic tissue, we first see the apical meristem, then the cambium, or which is also known as lateral meristem. Apical meristem or apical. Apical came from the word apex, which means tip of stem and root. Every stem and root, it has a tip where the cells are highly active and keep on dividing. So you will find your small plantlet growing into a big tree. Next is your cambium and lateral meristem. So this lateral meristem helps to get the plant thicker. The woody trunk that you see in big trees. Usually monocot plants like grasses, rice plant, that is paddy, you won't find the thick hard woody part in them. You will not find them, never. But they the dicot plant, they are hard and woody. So monocot plants like grasses, they keep on elongating. They will become taller, but they will not become wider. They will not become thick. But in case of dicot plants, like if you see a mango tree or a banyan tree or mahogany or teak, sal, all these trees, they possess a hard, thick, woody trunk. This is because the lateral meristematic activity or lateral meristematic cell keep on dividing in dicot plant and do not divide, or there are no such activities in case of monocot plants. Lateral meristematic activities remain absent in monocot plants and only happens in the dicot plants. So next is lateral broadening of trunk. So the lateral broadening of trunk, that means the trunk of a tree become thick just because of the lateral meristematic activity. Now in this picture, just see that the apical meristem, this is the apical meristem. This is the region where apical meristematic cells are present. Here it is the region where lateral meristems are present. Now, lateral meristematic cells are present under the bark in a ring-like manner. Either it is like this is the ring-like manner, or in strip-like arrangement in stems and root. Strips-like arrangement. This is the strip. See, small strip. How they are arranged. You'll find them in the stem and roots. If you do a compound microscopic study of a thin slice cutting from a stem, a tender stem or a tender root part, you will be able to observe such kind of things, this kind of figure, or you say this kind of arrangement. Next, we shall study about the permanent plant tissue.